Dun, 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 dun. Boom! No, full speed ahead tonight. Hello, and welcome, everybody, to tonight's fantastic, lovely dinosaur action. There's some interesting changes right behind my head there. Hopefully everybody's week went as good as possible. Facing a lot of interesting stuff on the ladder here, as it always is. Gonna have the best time possible on Arena and Explorer. Best of 3. Lovely stuff. A primer, also 2-hour live primer. But if you have any questions at any time, you could ask them in the Discord. The link to that in the description. You can see, for some of you who have been tuning in recently, there was Expedition Map, an additional way to search my library for a land and put it into my hand, and with this way to play Dinosaurs, the Stampede variation. I want specific lands. Sunken, tapping for multiple mana, Castle Garenbrig, activating that, and if I have one Sunken in a castle, I want to see a second Sunken. So that Expedition Map is letting me do it. But I always knew I would try without Expedition Map and see how it feels for at least quite some time, and sometimes it's slow and oftentimes it gets discarded or it's just too slow. Sunken Citadel, if I have it in my hand plus Expedition Map, I'm dropping Sunken Citadel. Absolutely. Turn 1. It always enters tapped. Get that out of the way. I could potentially go with Forest to play Expedition Map, but then if I'm going to play Sunken on turn 2 as my second land, I still wouldn't be able to pop Expedition Map because it would only have one untapped. I would have to wait till turn 3 to pay to pop Expedition Map. It felt a little bit awkward. Sometimes it felt awkward, so I thought, maybe something that's impervious to the hand hate that's running around. Rakdos, Demons, Thoughtseize, Duress, all that good stuff. I mean, it's good for the opponent. A land, excuse me, pardon me, a land in the spot of Expedition Map, but not just any land, a man land that I have tried before and I haven't tried recently. Of course, a man land, you can use Sunken Citadel to supercharge and make this into a creature, but maybe just maybe, this could be a nicer option. Of course, it's hard to say. I'll try it for a few days, and I have time to try things just because this is the only deck I play, and I think we're going to unleash a lot of ruthless aggression. Absolutely. Certainly pretty deadly against aggressive decks tonight. With the Restless Ridgeline, having more sources of red, felt a little bit more comfortable to bring in Anger of the Gods. That requires the 2 red to cast it, and Pyroclasm as well. Silent Gravestone, that's really just there for Greasefang, anything else that targets things in the graveyard. Greasefang and Rakdos tree combo. Agatha's Soul Cauldron, they exile a creature called Tree of Perdition, which is a 0/13. It has the ability to tap and make an opponent's life total its toughness. But if the Agatha's Soul Cauldron exiles the tree that's in the graveyard, puts a counter on a creature that's out, they gain that ability. That creature might be a goblin token, taps, and all of a sudden my life total becomes 3, equal to the goblins, not the 13 from the Tree of Perdition. But Agatha's Soul Cauldron targets something in a graveyard. Silent Gravestone stops it. Greasefang targets something in a graveyard, stops it. And then if you get multiples, exile one of them, exile all graveyards, draw a card. Pretty darn fantastic right there. Boom, 1. And you stop that. Both those decks. You could play Weathered Runestone, stopping things from coming out of the graveyard. However, it doesn't stop the tree combo, even though that is a very uncommon matchup. I just wanted to play with the Silent Gravestone tonight, at least. It's pretty cool art. It's probably my favorite art for graveyard sort of hate. Lovely, lovely stuff. Pyroclasm, Pyroclasm and Anger of the Gods. Watch out, aggro. Watch out. Let's see if we get right into it. 5 minutes. I think that's pretty good. Sometimes it's up to 10, but we'll see. And I might bring in more expedition maps. Go to 1 or 2 just to have a couple additional ways to search for a specific land. The full 4 copies may be a little bit much. Of course, later on in the game, expedition map is mostly useless, but a Restless Ridgeline could be very appreciated. Pumping up something, untapping it. I have to assume this is Arachdos related. That's no way. Okay, that's much better. If I get a Castle Garenbrig with the 2 Sunkens in the forest, I make 7. I don't exactly need that Cavern of Souls. However, we do see Yorion. Oftentimes that means 5 color overlords or enchantments. I'm gonna bet that they don't have counter spells. Few and far between. Okay, yeah. It is that. There's a very real possibility I just get completely flooded, especially with the increase in total lands, counting that Restless Ridgeline. The 5 color Bring to Light. Painful, painful stuff. We're digging. And we found it. Castle Garenbrig unlocked. Alright, strap yourselves in. 7 on turn 4. Is that going to be fast enough? Up the beanstalk? Fine by me. Now, I'm not going to play Castle Garenbrig. Just in case they have a little bit of land destruction, we'll might as well go with Commune. See, nope, I do like a Vaultborn Tyrant, but you know they have Leyline Binding. 1 white, not fun. Not fun at all. If you never play Castle Garenbrig until you can activate it, they can never destroy it. Hopefully, I get to cast 1 Tyrranax Rex. Hopefully I draw another land coming up here. Again, I think that's a pretty good chance. Okay. See what happens. See if they cast Sunfall. If they cast Sunfall, perfectly fine by me. If they don't cast Sunfall and both Tyrranax Rexes can connect next turn, they would be dead. They would get to 12 poison counters, but I imagine they'll play somebody big. They'll do something, or completely tap out for Leyline Binding. Pretty sure Leyline Binding costs 1 white at the moment. Pillage the Bog is not going to do it. They have to have at least 8 toughness to completely stop one of the T-Rexes I'm about to drop. Well, that's dead. Dead. What a way to start. Also quite lovely to start with Tyrranax Rex there. Quit now. See you later. Poof. Oh, man. I think that was kind of similar to last night. Tyrranax Rex is, well, you don't need to do much else other than that. But 5 color Bring to Light, we'll keep it as is for now. What am I drinking tonight? Black Bear dark roast coffee. Made a whole pot this time. I miss my coffee at night. All day, really. Guess they have to be at least a little bit scared. Pretty hard to stop that. You know, they got the Leyline Binding. Even if it is reduced to 1 white, it's going to cost 5 in total, and they may not even be able to spend that. That would be a pretty bad hand to keep, though. Okay, well, there it is. Well, certainly Palani's Hatchet to the bottom again. Starting off with 2 Sunken Citadels is absolutely where I want to be. Oh my goodness.
You won! You did it!
Yeah, sometimes you just top deck a Castle Garenbrig. How about that? Might as well go with Commune and see what we get. Oh, the Ghalta to boot. We will be making 7. Would I want another castle? Would I want the Ghalta? You know what? there's a good chance I play T-Rex on turn 4. I draw land in the next few turns, and I'm able to follow up with a Ghalta if they... Oh my god, there you go. I'm going to be making 8. The turn after I make 7. Don't need a Restless Ridgeline. But again, I have all the mana I need. I didn't exactly need Expedition Map, so in those cases where I can activate Restless Ridgeline, make it into a creature. Oh, they're going Unmoored Ego. They better not name Castle Garenbrig. Watch them goof up and still name Ghalta. Let's hope that happens. They'll Tybalt. Do you not have Unmoored Ego in your deck? They must. I just naturally assumed everybody had Unmoored Ego. Now the question becomes, you know what? I'm just going to hit him. Oh.
Ruthless aggression.
Man, that was a good start. They must have goofed up. Unmoored Ego for 1, a black and a blue. You name a card, you search the opponent's hand, library, and graveyard. And you exile all copies that you want to exile. You don't have to exile all of them, but you probably should. They could have searched for Unmoored Ego. I would have lost Castle Garenbrig. And then I would have lost the entire game. Probably. I wouldn't have made 7. I wouldn't have been playing anything on that turn. Huh. I'll take it again. I'll keep doing it until these Bring to Light opponents figure it out. You would think they'd be wise to the ways of an explosive amount of mana, like Monogreen Devotion or Lotus Field, that sort of thing. You choose one specific land, and it really hurts the game's, or the deck's overall plan. Not so much Monogreen Devotion, because they can still ramp pretty explosively. Lotus Field can just pack it in at that point. Maybe Unmoored Ego is not as common in 5-color Bring to Light. It is always a pretty scary deck to face. I mean, going with the name, they have access to all the most painful spells in all the colors. Sumu, I've faced Sumu before, the black, mono black, I believe. It's nice to face Sumu once again. I think it was, what was it? I'm trying to think. It might have been Auras, Celestia Auras. Simic, something. Interesting. Well, we'll go off with Sylvan Scrying. We need that. Castle Garenbrig, absolutely. We'll play Restless Ridgeline next turn and see what we can make happen here. It looks like Sumu's playing something a little bit different. Counter spells somewhere in the mixture. At least we're on track for a pretty nice amount of mana. Simic Bounce or Flash. This could be pretty problematic. I would like to stick somebody, and we should be able to stick them with that Cavern. You would think. Do I want to take the ping and just make Restless Ridgeline into a creature? Nah. Get the Stomping Ground there. Hopefully see somebody big. You have to figure I'm going to, eventually. There's a very good chance I should probably see it next turn. Vaultborn, Carnage Tyrant, you name it. Interesting. I guess I'll play Castle Garenbrig and maybe I should see if they have a counter spell. That's probably what they're waiting for. Throw them a bone. Throw them a bone. They'll bounce it. Simic Collected Company. This is pretty interesting. Hopefully they don't get too many. Oh, another Brazen Borrower. Oh, I see. This is, whatchamacallit. Neoform, I believe. I don't know what dinos were We're not too sure. I'm pretty sure, though. At least we're getting quite a few dinos. Quite a few. I would bet, in the range of 15, probably. We're getting a Dinosaur Lord, which is, of course, absolutely fantastic to see. Validated Neoform it is. For, whatchamacallit. Abhorrent Oculus. Huh. Okay. The Ghalta next turn would be good. Would be death. Really? 2 Regisaur and 2 Palani's Hatchers. That's not going to cut it. Unfortunately. That was just extra wacky, statistically speaking. But... do I like Anger of the Gods? I kinda do. A bunch of little things that simply die to that. Although Pyroclasm feels like it would be... Yeah, we're going with Pyroclasm. 100%. Probably some reprints of Ghalta Primal Hunger. Maybe we'll get the 4th variation of Ghalta. Technically, Ghalta and Mavrin from Phyrexia, March of Machines, I think it was. It's kind of a Ghalta. Basically a Ghalta. It'd be crazy to get a 4th version. I wouldn't be complaining, but I like Pyroclasm here. Do we have to go fast? Yeah, perhaps. Do I need Carnage Tyrant? Maybe not so much. Yeah. I'll trim Carnage Tyrant. We could surprise him quite nicely with that Pyroclasm. Hopefully. Maybe another art for Gishath. I know some people weren't so hot with the art that came for Gishath with Lost Caverns of Ixalan, but I thought it was pretty cool. I think this hand is also pretty cool. Decent enough with that Sylvan Scrying. I would hope to see a Pyroclasm. Of course, I could have mulliganed a little bit aggressively for it, but good to see Castle. I was about to grab it, and if I had been super on the ball, I might have cast the Sylvan Scrying and not seen the Castle that I just drew and grabbed it mistakenly. Next turn, of course, Sunken, and hopefully a Pyroclasm to wreck the opponent. Oh, Pyroclasm. Oh, no Pyroclasm. Oh, that's okay. Well, we'll see what we get. See what we can make happen. With the Sunken, their chances are sinking fast. We would be on track for Ghalta levels of mana. Hopefully there's no Neoform on the Thundertrap Trainer. We'd have a few turns. Looks to be the case. Okay, we're not dead yet. Excuse me, pardon me. Digging for that Neoform, I think. Okay, one turn left. Oh boy, the clock ticks. Will they be able to beat me next turn? Will they have a counterspell? I think they don't have any counterspells just because they have collected company. Usually when you're using this particular spell, or maybe something a little bit like it, you only have creatures. I think we could kill them next turn. I hope they use up a little bit of mana. 2. They could potentially bounce Ghalta, but we are still on track to drop a lot of power for sure. Hopefully I draw somebody big. Somebody. Anybody. Ugh, that's not quite going to do it. Watch them have some random counterspell. Okay. They bounce Ghalta. I'm pretty sure they can still survive. I still get to attack with everybody, not the end of the world. Almost good game. Close-ish. And I still have 4 blockers. Now, is that enough to survive? I think there's a pretty decent chance of surviving with all the dinosaur eggs. At the moment, I would only take 5 from the Oculus, so you have to figure it's probably enough to save myself. Oh, phew, good. All right. And I didn't even reveal that I'm packing the heat of Pyroclasm. Yeah, I'll still keep Pyroclasm in there. Let's do it. Okay. It's always nice to surprise... Oh, well, that's a keep. But it's always nice to surprise them with something like Pyroclasm that could be so absolutely detrimental to their plan. Will I go Sylvan Scrying next turn? I think I'll go Castle Garenbrig. Let's see what we draw. Oh, hopefully it's not. Yeah, that would be problematic. Certainly need a Stomping Ground. Just another forest type land in case we draw Archdruid's Charm. Oh, they got us. Well, you got it. You got it. Good stuff. But again, we're not dead yet. Perhaps we can save ourselves. Almost played one of the other lands. Instead of searching for the Sunken, a Vaultborn Tyrant next turn would be absolutely ideal. Somebody. I would hope to see Vaultborn or Tyrranax Rex. 7 this turn. We got a couple turns. And I can take out, at the very least, all those face-down cards, because they're only 2/2. Trading card shop, it's going pretty good. Maybe I should play it some more this weekend. Yeah, I think I'll do that. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. Enter tapped. Pyroclasm. Okay, that's good. I'm only on track to take 10. Well, as long as they can't power up the Oculuses, maybe we could make something happen. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here goes nothing. Draw some creature. Any creature. Vaultborn, T-Rex, another Regisaur Alpha. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, another Ghalta. Well, that's no fun. Well, they probably has something to do with someone. Really, just any other dino other than her. That's not enough to do it. Unfortunately, that's how she goes. Then, I don't know. I do like opening packs. I gotta try that. But yeah, that is simply improbable. It's just how it goes sometimes. I would have figured to see... Well, I guess Carnage Tyrant isn't in there. Carnage Tyrant I trimmed? Yeah, I trimmed Carnage Tyrant. Blue is rough. I think a lot of people hate black more. But, unless it's Mill, yes. Mill is pretty cool stuff. But I think I want to open up more packs. And I don't want to spoil it. Seeing the cards that are available in the sets on the trading card shop simulator. It's always nice starting off with some new trading card game and keeping that mystery alive. Just, oh, surprised. I haven't seen this before. I didn't know this card came in shiny gold sparkly treatment, that sort of thing. Oh, that could work. Potentially. Yorion Sky Nomad does make me good. Oh, 2 Sunkens. White. Humans. Tokens. Okay, well, I would think there's a pretty good chance they're going to die. Big time. Sylvan Scrying searches for Castle Garenbrig. 100% that's what we're looking for. We'll leave Commune with Dinosaurs there. We'll have 3 green untapped next turn. Potentially making 6. I don't have anything for 6, but we'll go Restless Ridgeline, Commune. Maybe just kill him. Oh, Vaultborn to boot. Yeah, you know what? I'll wait for this. Archdruids to search for Commercial District. We're going to see what's on top, and hopefully it's a nice dino. Hopefully. I do need to clear out those empty boxes, absolutely. For anybody that is wondering what we're talking about, TCG, Trading Card Shop Simulator, you can open up packs virtually and you... No. I get another. Too bad. So sad. Fine. You want to destroy it?
It's a trap!
Oh, nuts. I'm still making 8. That's great. Somebody. Anybody. Ah. Well, we'll go with Ghalta and Vaultborn and see what happens. If they have removal for Ghalta, which I do expect is gonna happen. We can drop anybody, play anybody. We're going to be finding much more dinos. It's a little bit unfortunate to see the Archdruids and the Communes, but Commune is going to find somebody nice coming up here. I hope they don't have too many sweepers. For the most part, I don't think they do, because it is a token-based, creature-based. Oh, well, yeah, that was okay. That makes sense. It's fine. Not too worried about that. Boom. Commune. Let's find... Oh, I like another Vaultborn. And it can just go with Commune, search for some more stuff, pack the heat next turn like nothing else. Yeah, I like another Vaultborn. Keep doing those sunfalls. Why don't you? Not Authority of the Consoles. That's not fun. But we do have Archdruids to get rid of Authority, absolutely, which is what we're doing, because I'm only tapping 3 lands. I still have 3 left over. Just hope they don't have too much exile-based removal. It's nice that Vaultborn is still sticking around. Would they have the Wandering Emperor, though? I think they do. So we don't attack. No. They could have been holding up the mana for Fountain Board, but it felt like there might be the Wandering Emperor. Somewhere in there. Somewhere. But yeah. Going back to the boxes. Getting sidetracked. I just make a pile in the corner of the shop, and maybe people get dissatisfied. They leave reviews to NPCs, which is a pretty cool aspect of the game. Get lost. Cool. Good. Give me more stuff. I love it. Portable hole, yeah, that was fine. Oh, sorry. It has a mana value of 7. It started out as 7. And it maintains that 7. So portable hole can't get rid of it. 4 is fine. We're gonna recover and we're gonna get them good. I'm just happy that I have so many Archdruid's charms. I can confidently just use them up. Hopefully see Ghalta at some point here. Technically we will. Now let me think. Yeah, I'll just go with Archdruids. Search for Ghalta. Play it next turn. Can't play it this turn, but we'll be setting up the pack the heat. Another Vaultborn Tyrant for a good measure here. Just keep drawing a bunch more. They could have another, whatchamacallit, Authority of the Consoles. I'm just going to attack with Carnage Tyrant because I think, again, there is that Wandering Emperor. Oh, that thing becomes this. Oh no, I guess it doesn't. That token, I believe, wherever it was, the Phyrexian Incubator token, it would have been a 5/5, but it would have been boosted to 6/6 with the wedding festivity. So it could have traded with the Carnage Tyrant. Surprised they haven't just quit right now. Oh, maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe they have Settle the Wreckage or something like that. They could have Settle the Wreckage. I'm just not going to play Ghalta. I'm going to make them pull their hair out. Be absolutely furious when I continue to not do what they expect. They would have quit already, I think, if they didn't have a Settle the Wreckage or some way to save themselves. It feels like that's the case. We'll just keep doing it. There's no reason I have to play any other stuff. Just take it slow, take it easy, see what we draw out. Oh look, now I have a T-Rex. They have that information and I don't care that they have that information. Don't need a Sylvan Scrying for sure. I like it. I like it. Field of Ruin. I have 2 castles out. That's doing nothing. Just double checking that I still had a forest to grab. That would have been a little bit awkward if I couldn't replace it. But I have 4 in total. I used to have 3 for the past couple days, and 4 feels a little bit more safe. Gonna play Yorion. Took long enough. Okay, well, lots of little stuff. Pyroclasm. That's the way to go. Do I want to trim Restless Ridgeline? Maybe a couple copies of that. It is still, excuse me, kind of nice to... Well, what do I need the least? Palani's Hatcher? Nah. Yeah. I don't think we need to be attacking super fast. They do have sweepers, of course, but can play around it. They certainly don't have as many sweepers as a regular control deck. I don't think. Just a lot of tokens that are going to be devastated by what I brought in. Gotta time that Pyroclasm just right, though. Some of this stuff, it can get out of range. Especially with wedding festivities or wedding invitation, I believe it's called. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta keep it. A hand that has 2 Sunken Citadels, absolutely. Even though I don't have a source of red yet for the sweeper that I brought in. I think we'll get there. Really? Demolition Field and Field of Ruins. Ruining our chances. That's... So that's what you're gonna do. Okay. Okay. Well, it has to be sunken. I want 3 green. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Are you really? This no life loser. Demolition Field, Field of Ruin, back and forth. Okay, Scorpion. At the very least, I'll try to make time for the trading card shop simulator, but also the Great Henge. I can do it. It's not a bad thing to play, that's for sure. Not at all. Okay, Castle Garenbrig it is. Again, I would like a source of red with that Pyroclasm, but we need to at least try and salvage something from their darn land destruction. I would have had Vaultborn Tyrant that turn. Pesky thing. Source of red, let's go. Pyroclasm. Oh boy. I hate Field of Ruin and Demolition Field. I only have 1 more basic land. Okay, this is good. This is good. With that Sunken, for sure choose red, just so I potentially can kill this stuff next turn. No demolition field, no field of ruin. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Oh boy. Oh, they don't have it. Good. Good, good, good. Oh, it absolutely is. Absolutely. Galaxy foil strip mine. That's a very, very nice thing. You know what? We're going Vaultborn. I want to draw into the next land. Possibly play Ghalta next turn. It's probably exile, but if it's destroyed, that's even worse for the opponent. But a Galaxy foil strip mine, that must have set you back a pretty penny. Yeah. I don't even want to guess how much that is. Will they destroy it? Won't they destroy it? Oh boy. Gotta get rid of it at some point. Okay. The good old March of Otherworldly Light. How about that? Trim Carnage Tyrant. And next turn I'm playing Vaultborn if I don't draw another land that enters untapped. It was always going to be Vaultborn Tyrant. Make some more creatures so I can potentially Pyroclasm. Make some more tokens. Do it, do it. Okay, that does make sense with the secret lair. Secret lairs can be quite beneficial for sure. I think it probably should be Pyroclasm. We're still not dead next turn to the tokens that they have. We're okay. Oh, man, we got the land. Okay, we're on track, folks. No demolition field, no field of ruin. Don't do it. Don't. Oh, boy. Yes, they don't have it. So I think they may have just lost. That's pretty good. Galaxy foil. I gotta say, I do like the Galaxy foil. A little bit more interesting than the regular. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind, 6. 18, down to 1. Down to. Am I down to 1? I'm down to 1. They're done. Oh my goodness. Oh.
But you can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed?
Done. Smoked. A little bit too late. Sorry. Not gonna happen today, buddy. Ooh. Instant recovery. Army in a can. 20 ways to win Precon. I was reading about that for quite some time, and it seemed like a pretty popular thing. I've still never bought a secret lair before. Phew. I'm glad I got that done, though. That was getting a little bit scary there. The Fabled Passage would be a pretty cool thing. Ash Barrens I don't remember offhand. Fabled Passage has had quite a few alternate arts, I think. That's pretty good. I'd probably have to buy some of the dinosaur-themed cards from the secret lairs. I don't necessarily need them, and I would only get them in the non-foil versions just so I would feel okay using them in my regular decks. You know, a non-foil doesn't bend like a foil card, and then sometimes judges will call those cards marked to the foil ones just because in the sleeve they do look a little bit different. Now, look, I guess they can't all be super fantastic then. Oh, that's Ash Barrens. Yeah, that's no good. That's definitely better. Yeah, I feel like sending the Regisaur to the bottom. Play it safe with keeping these lands. Oh. Simic Merfolk, maybe. Or a Vaultborn Oculus. Really? What is going on twice in one night? I don't get it. That's crazy. Yeah, you got your thing, and ooh. Oh, they don't. Okay, this is good for us. They got the Neoform, though, so they are getting it next turn. Well, Archdruid's Charm, 100%. We do have Castle Garenbrig, and we have a Force-type land, so we're grabbing Sunken ASAP. See if I draw... Well, we'll see what I draw next turn. It could determine if I use Archdruids or I just play Tyrranax Rex. They will only have a total of 7 toughness available to block. So it could be good. 8, I guess. And we'll see. We're not dead next turn, at the very least. Okay, I say we go for it, folks. We're going for it. Searching for Ghalta. T-Rex, 15... I gotta say, I would like T-Rex to be a 15-15 right about now. We're not dead yet. Will they have a counterspell for Archdruid's Charm to stop us from getting Ghalta? That is the question. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think they... Oh, they don't. Okay, good stuff. Good. Draw a creature. Creature. You can do it. Let's go. Vaultborn. At the very least. Okay, yeah. Don't have a counter spell. Maybe. Good. I'm liking this. Alright, we gain 6 up to 14. We're not dead next turn. Do have a lot of creatures to block, but they could bounce somebody, unfortunately. I'm just going to send T-Rex in. Let's do it. We should still be safe. Even with all the creatures they have, if I couldn't block with anybody, I would still get the... Oh, the Ghalta. I don't know. I'll think about it. Sometimes I don't have too many big things down. Sometimes I only play the one thing, so making that bigger would definitely be appreciated. They don't have enough to kill me. They just don't. But maybe they do have a counterspell for Ghalta. That does make me worried. They either have a counterspell for Ghalta or they bounce the Vaultborn. I wonder. %. Now, would doubling the power of a creature potentially be better? I think it could be. It could be. 1 in a red. I forget what the name of the card is. Yeah. I feel like that would be better. Okay, so they're dead. I think. We'll see what Commune with Dinosaurs gets. Yeah, it definitely depends on that stuff for sure. Okay, so you're dead. Oh, all 4 Vaultborns. We're doing it. I've never done this before yet.
You have no power here.
Poof. What a match. What a game. Yeah. Making Zetalpa. Zetalpa's a can. Sometimes I get the Z ones mixed up. Russell. Yes, absolutely. Very nice indeed. All 4 Vaultborns, never done before. But yeah, going back to Zetalpa Primal Dawn. There's a lot of dinos. Anyway, Zetalpa being a 4/8 with double strike, you really want to increase its power just to gain a greater benefit from the double strike it has. So yeah. Anything that helps make Zetalpa bigger, that's where it's at. Indestructible, flying, vigilance, all that good stuff. However, do I want to sweep her? Making Zetalpa a hit for 24. There you go. Yeah. The only hard part with Zetalpa is having that 4 power. It's kind of turned me off a little bit. Now. Okay. Keep it the same. Yeah, we'll keep it the same. I think there's a decent chance that we can go off. There's a decent chance the opponent goes off, of course, but it seems like they mostly stick to their plan. They bounce the stuff that we have, and sometimes it stops us. Well, that's going to do it. It is nice with commercial districts. Starting off with that sunken, though, oh, lovely with the Regisaur. If they have some bouncing stuff, if I drop Ghalta, I at least have 2 things giving everybody haste. But, whoa, it's the best anti-air dino out there. Absolutely. Cavern of Souls, technically I do want counterspell protection. There could be a few. Dracosaur, absolutely. Of course, Dracosaur is a little bit easier to normally cast. They bounced the Satyr Wayfinder. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Milling a bunch, digging for something important. Absolutely, you know what we're doing. They're completely tapped out. We don't have to worry about the potential of a counterspell. Grabbing Castle, we make 7 on turn 4 with that Cavern, and hopefully we can get we can get the job done. Folks, they're going to pack it in right here, right now. They're not doing 16 next turn. Can tell you that much. And they're not bouncing that. Oh, again. I didn't need Palani's Hatcher. I didn't need Regisaur Alpha. It's just good ruthless aggression with 1 good creature. So it's like I mentioned last night. I think it was last night. Is it a decent thing to focus on T-Rex? I don't... Sometimes it'll happen. I think I can see it pretty consistently as it is right now. I don't need to sacrifice the other pluses of the deck to just see T-Rex as more of a focus. I don't feel like trimming Palani's Hatcher and whatnot. I think they will add Commander to Arena. Scorpion, absolutely. I've heard some whispers for a 2 versus 2 sort of thing. A multiplayer. Just how that would work. Switching the views and everything. Yeah, would be epic. I don't know. I think people would still buy real cards. This is completely different from in person. It's just nice that I think people have the option to play here, play in person, complement that, practice here. Because of course you can spam many more games. At the very least, maybe you play your Brawl deck on Arena. That is a 1-to-1 copy of in paper, so you get the absolutely best feel. Maybe you only play Commander once a week, but on Arena you could play your same deck every single day and you become a master, switching in and out different cards. Of course on Arena, well, you don't have access to everything, but yeah. Oh, the sickness. At least we're somewhat out of the sickness at this point, but it did hurt, well, every aspect of life, of the world. Yeah. At least I'm happy I hurt many opponents tonight. I think Restless Ridgeline was pretty darn fantastic. Yeah, I think I'll yeah, I'll probably leave it there for now. I know a lot of people joining just now, 9 concurrent viewers, but I'll let my mum get to sleep in the spare bed right here, just right beside where I'm recording, and I think she's probably leaving tomorrow. I want her to get some good rest, just so she doesn't feel too tired on the drive home. It's about 3 hours or so, and we do have snow, so you want to be alert, just in case the road conditions deteriorate. Once a week, once every 2 months, that's just not enough. But yes, I will remember Scorpion, the Great Henge, and Trading Card Shop Simulator. Anything else anybody else wants to see, certainly up for it. Hopefully everybody has a good night, a good morning, evening, afternoon, whenever it is, wherever it is you're watching. Have a good one, and see you next time. Peace. Oh, the map sometime. Oh yeah, I think it looked like too many. Okay, a brief tangent, very quick. 100%. But again, if you're watching this later on, leave a comment, join the Discord if you haven't already with the link tree. But yeah, expedition map. I mean, we got the job done. It is a small sample size tonight. Compare the 4 Restless Ridgeline that I had to expedition map. It didn't really feel like, I was losing anything. However, we also have to keep in mind, I never made Restless Ridgeline into a creature, and I often don't, which is why I don't exactly like it. If I'm never making it into a creature, why do I have it in there? Should it be some other land that makes a red or a green? Should it be no land at all? It's really hard to say. Well, it's not too hard, but expedition map, it definitely feels extra. I definitely think Sylvan Scrying is better than expedition. At 3:40 a.m., my goodness. I should use new lands, man. I'll think about it. Yeah, let's go with that. I mean, I have to add the chapters at any time. I'm not sure what I'll call this just mini section, just before I go. New tech chat, perhaps. Chatting about new tech. Where am I looking at? Thornspire Verge. Do I like Thornspire Verge? Activate only if you control a mountain or a forest. Adding a green. Having a forest is what this deck is all about, because Castle Garenbrig needs a forest to enter untap. So Thornspire Verge, that would fit in perfectly. And I want stuff that enters untapped. Of course, Restless Ridgeline, always entering tapped, could slow things down. 2 Commercial District, always entering tapped is pretty bad, but now with the Restless Ridgeline, could make the starting turns a little bit awkward for sure. Bleeding Woods, where's Bleeding Woods? Bleeding Woods. I'll type it in. Bleed. Possibly. 13 or less life. Yeah. I think that would be a pretty hard requirement to meet. I think more often than not it would enter tapped, so I would probably do some other dual tapped land instead. One of the temples scries when you enter the battlefield. Probably would be a temple if I had to choose between those. Yeah, Restless Ridgeline. It could be a dino itself. It could be a cheap dino, something to get down. It could basically be anything. But of course, searching for specific lands or being a land in that place is always going to be appreciated, for sure. Oh, I guess I should turn on colorless just to see all the lands. Actually, one I should mention as we scroll through the lands quickly before I leave here. Handweir, I think that's how you pronounce it. Handweir Battlements. A red, tap it, target creature gains haste until end of turn. You might think I have enough haste as is with 4 Palanis and 4 Regisaur, but as you sometimes see or experience, they kill the 1 Regisaur, or the 1 Palani's Hatcher, and then you don't get to at least attack with somebody nice. So having an extra red plus this, keep in mind, it is a land, but you would also need another land that is not tapped, that can make a red. But just as a backup, if you have a couple extra mana, you get to slap down a Carnage Tyrant, and you still get to attack with it, which could be pretty important. You might have 2 Sunken Citadels plus a Castle Garenbrig, making the 6 for Carnage Tyrant, plus 2 other lands, 1 source of red, and then the Handweir Battlements. Be nice if you could tap it to just give a creature haste, but maybe that would be a little bit too good. Wooded Foothills is not Explorer legal, as we mirror Pioneer, the ban list for Pioneer, the same on Explorer, and that was one of the main sort of selling points. When Pioneer was made, the fetch lands, not legal. I'm fine with that. Doesn't really hurt me too much. It would be fun to use them, though, at some point. I have 4 Windswept Heaths, the thing that searches for a forest or a plains. Again, this is mostly all about forest, so it doesn't really matter. As long as I can grab a forest, I don't care about the other type of land. But yeah, it will be cool to use at some point. Restless Ridgeline, Rockfall Vale, pretty good. Shelter Thicket. I could honestly use, once we get there, Notvold Slumber Mound. I've thought about it, actually. Maybe those cards are a little bit too good. Foil Wooded Foothills from... lovely stuff. That would be pretty expensive. Possibly it's the Expedition one. There's alternate art. Super duper rare from Zendikar. I forget exactly how rare, but very, very, very rare. Alternate art, fetch lands, foil. Whew. That was the good stuff. This could also be kind of good. Hey, if I don't need Restless Ridgeline, I might as well have a thing that destroys a land that makes a permanent 4/4 with trample. And, of course, that 4/4 would trigger Vaultborn when the troll is made. Would be kind of cool to use this. People might think I'm trolling, but that's not the case, as you sometimes see. Restless Ridgeline doesn't exactly play into what I need. Oh, Notvold Slumber Mound. Okay. Emergent Zone. Russell. Okay, we can go. I've thought about Emergent Zone as well. E. There we are. E. It could be good enough. 1, sacrifice it. Cast spells this turn as though they had flash. I think that could be pretty fantastic. Oftentimes I do have 1 or 2 mana left. As you see, if I can make 8, I don't need the 9th mana. Maybe I have another forest or something. So using that extra mana to unlock the potential to flash in Ghalta at the end of the opponent's turn, if it makes sense to do so, that would be good. But keep in mind, everything could have haste anyways, so is there a scenario where I would need Emergent Zone to flash in? I would like it, certainly, if all my stuff didn't have haste. If I control it from the beginning of my turn, I get to attack with it, so that's where Emergent Zone and flash would come in quite handy. But just some type of utility land, any type. Restless Ridgeline, if it's almost never made into a creature, I think it probably should be something else. Labyrinth of Skophos, cost 4. You stop some big creature from ever doing anything to you. Remove an attacking or blocking creature from combat. So somebody would block one of my big things. I would tap 4, remove that blocking creature from combat, and more damage would continue on through to the opponent. That'd be kind of hilarious. Stalling with the Labyrinth of Skophos. I think Innistrad Remastered drops pretty soon. It's got to be in between Ether Drift and... it's probably before Ether Drift, come to think of it. I would imagine in a couple weeks. Yeah. Probably in a couple weeks. I don't think there's going to be a mastery pass for Innistrad Remaster, but hey, if Restless Ridgeline is never a creature, Labyrinth of Scophos is probably going to be more useful. Of course, this doesn't tap for a Source of Green, which could mess me up, and Archdruid's Charm especially. But it really is mostly just Archdruid's Charm that can get tainted if Restless Ridgeline was a land that made colorless. But it's definitely something to think about. Now I'm really thinking. I know that lots of people love the Innistrad block, or I guess the two, well, not the second time you visited it. For some people, Innistrad is the best block in history. So many impactful, nostalgic cards. Is it going to change Explorer? Well, hard to say. I should actually look at the stuff that's coming that wasn't in Pioneer Masters. Of course, they do have to spread things out quite a bit. But they're going to make a dinosaur mount. I think they're going to have vehicles and mounts. You're going to ride a dinosaur. I'm going to have a dinosaur riding a dinosaur. That's going to be extra good. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant is riding Ghalta Tyrant of Stampedes. Whatever the new version of Ghalta is, that is a mount dinosaur. That'd be cool, huh? Watley. I don't know. Who doesn't love Eldrazi, though? I don't think Eldrazi is... Maybe they are coming back. The Phyrexians, we got rid of that stuff. I could see them dusting off the Eldrazi with Ether Drift. For sure. Oh, yes, okay. Now, I bet they're going to do it then. Yes, I did forget about that. Either way, we're going to have some dinosaurs, and really that's what it's all about for me, and I think for many other people. Pantlaza. Yeah, I could see that. Make Pantlaza standard legal. Would that be a bad thing? I don't know. That'd be pretty interesting. Standard legal Pantlaza, so we could use it in Explorer and Pioneer. Ooh, sends shivers down my spine. You know, people would be jamming that. Pantlaza is who at least. I get it now. Goes to show how much I'm up on the lore. I mostly just love to grind and bash opponents. The lore is somewhat secondary to me, but Pantlaza is who at least mount. Okay, I'll put that in the memory bank for sure. Just looking at these other lands. Right, lots to think about, at least land-wise, option-wise. Whatever Restless Ridgeline is, could be whatever you want it, and you will still find success with the lovely Ruthless Aggression, especially more Ruthless Aggression when Ether Drift releases. Yeah, okay, we'll actually leave it there for now. Okay. This time. Alright, peace. Have a good one. For real.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?